What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing great. Today, we're going to be pulling some shards on my account for the Summon Rush event going on with Tholin's Fusion. So, quick overview of this champion. He seems good. He doesn't seem insane. He's not going to be replacing champions like Newt, champions like Ninja, champions like Toshiro and Chimera, but he can do some good Hydra damage. He can do some good Chimera damage, but you may have better options. It really depends on your account, where you're at. It doesn't seem to be like game breaking or anything, which is not a problem. That said, as far as Hydra goes, he is comparable to Thor's damage from what I've seen, though as far as champions, they're not really comparable. Thor brings a decreased speed, AoE for Hydra, so if you're trying to decide whether you're going to bring Thor or this champion, I think the bigger thing is, do you have a different decreased speed champion? If you do, don't bring Thor. Bring Tholin instead, and then put Thor in a different team. So I wouldn't really run them side by side, and while the damage may be similar, the utility is pretty different. With that said, I actually tested him in Hydra. I went to look at the video, and I unfortunately deleted it, but I had him in 5-star Nature's Wrath against a Taras and 6-star Crushing Rend. And the Taras and the Nightmare Hydra team that I did dealt 120 million, and Tholin dealt 130 million. So Tholin was doing a bit more than Taras, but that's not to say that Tholin's better than Taras by no means. It's just in that test, he put up some very solid damage. So if you want to see a deeper dive into him, or at least my opinions about him, let me know. If not, I'm not going to be in a real rush to do this. I'll probably do it closer to the fusion actually completing and where I would use him there. I'm going to go for him. I think most players, if you're able to, should as well. The Coalition event is going on, and you're going to get 220 points for this. You get 220 for this. You're going to get 320 for this. So doing the fusion, doing this stuff, you're going to get points towards this Coalition event. Now, are you going to place top 1? Absolutely not. Crypto is going to win this. Anything that's pay to win, he's going to win, basically. Live Arena, he wins. Congratulations to him. He's a beast of a player. 18,000 points already. He's taking this Crown of Corruption, which is kind of funny. It's called Crown of Corruption, and Plarium's basically selling it in the game. So they're selling a relic called the Crown of Corruption. It's a little bit interesting, in my opinion. But either way, we have it right here. The reason why this is going to be kind of crazy is because the wearer deals 5% more damage and receives 5% speed when above 50% HP. Now that 5% speed is going to your total speed, not your base speed. So if you have a champion who's 450 speed, and then you add 5% times 0.05, you're getting an extra 22 speed from that, which is pretty crazy. That is 5%, right? Yeah. So 450 plus 22.5, okay, boom, 472. Now, say you have 500 speed champion, well, times 0.05, that's gonna be 25 extra speed, which is gonna be wild. Now you start adding on your speed auras and all this kind of other stuff. You're starting to get into some very, very high speed territories. When you compare that to things like the Hollowed Hilt, you're starting to be at even crazier speeds. Now, things like your 30% speed aura, your 40% speed aura from Odin, that'll change this as well. So your 40% speed aura from Odin is going to give you your extra 40 speed. This is going to be adding on to that. So basically, you're starting to ramp up in speed significantly, when before the highest one was from here, extra 24 speed. So ultimately, this one is going to be very, very powerful. Now, let me see. This is actually not, is this the max level for it? Let's see. Oh, no, sorry. It goes even higher. So 5% speed at base, but you get it up to level 4, it's going to be an extra 6%. So now you're looking at 5 plus 6. Yeah, I was thinking it was supposed to be even crazier. So you're looking at 450 speed times 0.11, and now you're looking at an extra 50 speed. Okay, that's where things get really insane. Before, it was just comparable to the Hollowed Hilt, but you're not getting this and leaving it at level 1. The damage stuff is kind of cool, but the real insanity comes from the speed. Either way, if you get it, congratulations. Crypto's getting it this time, but you may get it from a crafting event. Now, with that said, before we pull the shards, we do have the Summon Rush right now. That's going to give you a chance, going to give you the Epic if you get to the 6,100 points, which is a pretty high threshold, to be honest. But if you can get this, you can miss 4 events. I'm going to go for it. Maybe pick up one of the Epic champions along the way. And hey, I really want a Firrol. He will change my trend of teams and my Hydra stuff pretty significantly, and possibly even find his way into some Chimera stuff. So let's real quickly turn up the volume on the shard pulls. Let me see also. We're at the 4-minute mark. I'm going to try to timestamp down below when the shard pulls start, in case you guys are just here for the gambling and couldn't care less about what I'm trying to say here. We got 2 Ugos, right? Yeah. Ugo's boosted rate. Was the previous one an Ugo? I don't know. But we definitely going to get a legendary here. I pulled quite a bit of sacreds already with no legendary. So just go ahead and give me the Firrol player. Just go ahead and do it. I mean, what are we waiting for here? 3. It's going to be the last one. They're going to drag me out. It's not the Firrol I was talking about. All right, Firrol, come on. Let's go ahead and do it. No Firrol. She comes out with a big smile, and I am not smiling at all. This is not cool. Let's see what we get here. Actually, before we do that, let's do the one primal. Do one primal pull. I've actually not got the legendary from this in a while either. I guess I'm not going to get it now either. Where we at as far as points go? Summon Rush. All right. Oh my gosh. 6 sacreds and we're still not even done. So this is expensive. I feel like 6 sacreds, 3,500. I want to get to the 6,100, but will I have to go into my voids as well? Let's pull a few ancients. Because like I said, I really want a Firrol. Firrol will be awesome. Make a pretty big difference in my account. Some areas that damage boost from his passive. He's a very, very awesome champion. So I'd love to pick him up. I would love to just get a new legendary. I don't know, maybe an Armons would be pretty cool as well. So 20. Now, ancients aren't the best during these events. They're not giving me like a ton of points. They're better than like a champion chase. But this is giving me a chance at Firrol. I'm not going to be buying ancients or anything. We're at 54. We have 2 more 10 pulls to do. Actually, no, 1 more 10 pull. Maybe we do 2, because I planned on doing the 2, the extra ones here. All right. What are you lagging out here for? You're lagging out for my legendary pull, basically? Okay. The bar didn't change, so I'm not for sure if it registers after a legendary pull or before you go into the screen. Okay, well, didn't get anything good there, unfortunately. Let's go in here and see. My sharp pulls have been unfortunate recently. I pulled like 20 or 30 primals during the Primal 2X. Got nothing, no legendary, no mythical, which I had got to the mythical just like a random pull a few days before that, or like a week or 2 before that. Fjorad. My boys wanted to pull some shards, and lucky me, they got me a Fjorad. Not really lucky me at all. So the difference here now is, what are we looking at? 6,100 minus my points, which is 4,200. So basically need what? 1,900 minus 4,200, 1,900. So 1,900 converted to void shards is going to be what? Divided by 120, 15. I could do 15 voids. That's no problem. I can afford that. Because what happened to the guaranteed like void events and stuff? This will save me the future events, training events and things. Not training, the champion chase. So for this, we have champion chase, of course. We have this going on now. Champion chase next week, so I can skip out on that, which will be good for me. Let's go ahead and pull the 15. I wouldn't mind a fighty. But honestly, maybe I shouldn't put anything there because I don't really want that void legendary anyways, to be honest. I'd really rather just save my mercy for a Senna, champion I really need. Boom. Or just get nothing. Coming up empty-handed today, it seems. Okay. I may pull a few more ancients instead, since it is going to give my best chance at a Firrol. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Because I do want Firrol. Ancients aren't extremely valuable for me. Or 5,600, so 600 more. I'll just come in here and let's feed some. Actually, no, let's do this. We have a decent amount of slots. We'll throw some champs in here just so I can use these for champion training points, easy stuff in the near future. 31, no problem. It's really all I need as far as the pulls go. So we'll do this one pull, so then I can just do singles from then on. We have 30 more 10 pulls to do, so 30 more shards to pull. And these ancients are just accumulated over time, just doing events. I don't purchase ancients anymore, so. All right. We do have some, I do need to work on my epics to make sure all the ones that I'll potentially be using for faction wars and stuff are empowered. So I will have to keep an eye on all these and make sure they're good to go, basically. That is something you should look, if you haven't been looking for that already, make sure you're doing it now, because the epic only stages, you're going to need to have those empowered anyways. Got a lot of noise going upstairs. Hopefully you guys can't hear that too well. All right, well, there we go. Nothing. We just empty-handed, which I guess puts me decent spot for future events. I would love to pick these up, but it's just too far away. So, unfortunately, the shard pulls come up empty-handed so far. Let's do the 3 more, just because why leave the 3 ancients when I've gone so far already? Do the 3 more. Maybe it's a legendary here. Maybe it's a Firrol, a sweet, sweet champion. But yeah, ancients, not really something I purchase anymore. Primals are just so much more valuable, but they're also a lot more expensive. Third thing, let's see. Legend, nope. Still not a legendary. So we pulled 80 ancients, so we have to be getting relatively close to mercy. I could pull some of this, but I'm not going to do that. It's just goofy, right? That is just silly. As far as getting to the points at the very bottom, yeah, we would need 4,000 more points. If something happens and I was to pick up a few sacred shards from Clan Boss tomorrow or something, then yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. But probably not going to happen. So there's my shard pulls for this event, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Picked up that epic champion, and we can skip a few of the events. Not have to worry about it. So I can do stuff kind of on my own time. Wait, where did he go? Oh, he's in the inbox. Yeah. Okay. I was like, wait. I got this champion, but where's he at? So let me know how your shard pulls went, guys. Hopefully you got something amazing. Hopefully you got some awesome new champions to add to your account. We have some players. Graco's Turndrake, pretty cool. I'll do a video on him pretty soon, guys. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Best of luck. I'll catch you all in the next one.